you so much for having me, dear John Campbell. And there is no worry and no need for apologies. We are all in this one global family, and nationalities don't matter in this respect.
Absolutely. Why should people watch this video, Philip? What is this concern about?
Well, I'm about to deepen what I said in the European Parliament on the 13th September. I'm personally concerned about, most of all, the new international health regulations, because they will bring about a regime by which the World Health Organization will be granted the power to, at any time, suspend our constitutions, to suspend our human rights and international law, and with permanent effect, thereby assuming and abusing global power, and ultimately causing harm, maximum harm to people's health, maximum harm to economies and to our democracies.
And this is all happening now by default.
Yes, this is right. Negotiations are underway, and the vote on what I just mentioned, that is the international health regulations, the amendments to it, that vote will take place next May in Geneva at the occasion of the World Health Assembly. And then right afterwards, these amendments will come into force by way of an automatism. There will be no vote in the national parliaments, and therefore we should be worried about and make sure that ultimately these international health regulations amendments will not come into place. In my view, even the negotiations should be stopped immediately.
So this is this sounds like a really stealthy process by an international organization to take over many aspects of what should be domestic governance.
Yes, absolutely. They claim the power on the total power on the pretext of protecting us against biological threat. And what they do is they use and abuse this pretext to self-authorize them to ultimately impose on us all kind of measures where nobody knows the effect of them, that can be harmful, and without asking us, and obviously without any informed consent. Most of all, they are totally immune. They are not subject to any liability, the officials from this World Health Organization.
Mm-hmm. And of course, we're not saying it's true in this situation, but threats can be generated to facilitate a response sometimes.
Yes, absolutely. There will be a new widened concept of what is called public health emergency of international concern. So the emergency for a pandemic. The widening concept comprises things like even climate change, reduction of the CO2 level will matter. All kinds of elements can give rise to a proclamation of a new pandemic. And so we have the total, rule of emergency logic threatening us to become the new normal, and our constitutional normal to become the absolute exception in the future.
So the